All right, welcome back to the Back and Body Hurts Rave podcast, where we talk about all things EDM related. I'm joined here with Sani.
Hey everyone.
And Yikern.
Everyone.
This episode, we're going to talk about winter raves, how to prepare for them, how we manage to, have fun. And
Because shit's getting cold now.
yeah, a lot of people, when it gets cold, they don't like to go out.
And that's when all the events are scheduled.
Yeah, that's when all the good events are scheduled.
It's a double.
That's how they
sword
get
in
you.
Toronto.
That's how they get you. It's fucked. Yeah, so let's talk about what we all did on the weekend.
Hey, we had our first team event.
We had our first team event.
Mm-hmm.
All four of us went. Christine's not here this weekend or this week.
You're gonna have a story to tell when she comes back.
Yeah, she'll have a long story when she comes.
Yeah.
Comes back.
We'll have a segment just for her on what
Yeah,
shenanigans she
yeah.
went up to.
She did go to New York City, if
Yeah.
everyone's wondering. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So the first outing we had was A-Rod at it's an industry event at the Henry.
So it was a new venue, yeah, for all of us too.
New venue for all of us.
Shit parking.
Yeah, we all got tickets. Yeah, we all got
Hey,
tickets.
we all got tickets. It's classic.
We all got tickets.
We all read the signs wrong, saying I think we can park here.
Yeah.
And then,
One person parked. He was like, "Oh, I think I park here," and then everyone else follows.
Yeah,
And we all got tickets.
What
I
did
paid for the ticket.
Me too.
I did too.
Yeah.
I've dodged enough tickets in Toronto to
Yeah,
one of
I
those.
feel like Toronto tickets you gotta pay since you're down there so often. Yeah.
Pro
what do you-
tip: a lot of green peas you don't have to pay at.
But you do need to look at the sign where it says requires permit after 9 p.m.
For those ones, yes, but I'm talking about like if I go to Coda or
Yeah.
something, though that green pea, I don't think I've paid in years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just never get.
But I usually park in front of that pizza thing.
Yeah, so that's something I know we talked about recently that I haven't tried it yet, but I kind of want to because I realize you can park there.
Right now, there's a lot of construction, so you can't
Yeah.
even park
So
there.
so in that one, but I think you can park on the street on Bathurst, like exactly on Bathurst.
Yeah.
Like where Coda is, if you park a little bit on the streets leading up by the
The south
station.
side, right?
Yeah, no, not the south. So where Coda is, and then if you're going north on Bathurst, you could park in some of those free spots right there if there's a space.
In front of the bus station.
Yeah, in front of the bus
Yeah,
station.
yeah.
There's
I
also
haven't tried it,
parking.
though.
There's also parking in the south side of Coda. So in Bathurst on the south, before you hit what's the street? Bathurst and College. Was it College?
I don't know.
Bathurst
Just know
and
how to get
Bloor?
there.
Bloor. Sorry, yeah. Bathurst and Bloor. Before you hit
Bloor
Bathurst
line.
and Bloor,
That's why it's called the Blur Line.
yeah. So before you hit Bloor from the south, as you come straight to Coda, a block before you reach Bloor is where you can park, and those are free too.
Interesting. Yeah, so I guess the point of all this, we need to figure out where to park near the Henry.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the venue?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked
too.
it for what it was. One thing we lack in Toronto is warehouse venues, and that felt like just a simple warehouse venue. I don't know about sound insulation. I don't know how. We talked about it after we left
Yeah.
because we were walking behind the venue, and all of a sudden you hear rattling, and there's houses like literally right next to it, and you're like, how are they getting away with this?
Yeah, it was. They've been doing it pretty frequently, so I guess they've been getting away with it. I don't know.
But yeah, in terms of the venue, I mean, they had the Void sound system in there.
It actually sounded really nice.
It sounded nice. The one worry I have is, although A-Rod wasn't crazy packed, it was still pretty warm in there.
Yeah, it was toasty. It was
So
really toasty.
a sold out event there, I probably wouldn't want to go to because I think it'd be dripping ceilings. But that is the warehouse vibe, so I don't know.
I'll still go.
Maybe they
Still go.
You know
Yeah.
what'll happen? They'll open the back door and they'll let the wind in.
Yeah.
Especially with these winter raves coming up.
That's true.
It was really hot in there. Like it was unbearably hot. But I've been to warmer.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of what happened in like the Set the Sky last year at March.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was so toasty. Everybody was sweating.
That they opened the doors and
They
all of a sudden
open
you
up,
just see
yeah.
the steam coming out. That's what I heard from
Yeah,
people.
yeah. It was when they opened up the door, the garage door, and like everybody was cheering, yes, blah, 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 right? But like steam was going out, and it was insane.
what do you guys think about the lighting in there?
It was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. For what it was, I think it was pretty good.
It was
Yeah.
pretty good for a warehouse vibe. As I said, like for a warehouse vibe, I will definitely go again.
Yeah.
It was sound was good, the vibe was good, music was pretty good. Like Arod did a pretty good set for the most part. I know we've seen him before, and it's kind of been like.
That was actually my first time really seeing him.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen him before, and it was okay, but he had a bit of a section, I think, in the middle near the end where it was
I
kinda
like
random.
how he does like hip hop stuff in there too. He really mixes it up. It's really
jump
nice.
around
Yeah.
remix
Yeah,
that he did. That
yeah.
was
It was
pretty
really
sick.
nice.
That was pretty sick. But yeah, I think we converted Christine too. We'll let her talk about it later. But
Definitely, yeah.
she looked like she had a fun time.
Yeah.
At first, when I wanted to say about the sound system for Void, when we first got there, it was pretty soft.
Yes, it was.
It was pretty soft
It
when
was
we
really
first
soft.
got there.
But did it just turn up for the headliner?
Yeah,
That's probably
then
what
they
just
turned it
happened.
up for the headliner, and we actually got closer. We kind of got into the center between the two speakers, so we have probably the most optimal sound to listen to A-Rod to, and it was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
did we
from
do
there,
anything else?
when we all departed, I ended up venturing somewhere else after.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh, you went to Umic after A-Rod.
So I ended up going to Toronto's favorite after-hour spot, one of Toronto's favorite after-hour stuff, where I usually say dreams go to die. Because if you're there, you should, there's some interesting characters at CZ. But I went to Comfort Zone and I saw Umek for a little bit. Now, granted, like the reason everything kind of aligned because I dropped Christine off. My two of our friends that left with us had an extra ticket, so I'm kind of like, oh, I'll check it out. Umek's pretty good. I've seen him before. We saw him before too.
I didn't see him. I wanted to see him.
You weren't. Oh, you weren't.
No,
there?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Ah.
I wanted to. I had tickets, but I forgot why I couldn't go. But I ended up selling tickets. I don't remember why I couldn't go.
So Umek is like more like I like to call him like driving peak time techno, where it's just high end, not like it's high energy, but like movable techno.
Can
right?
you give me an example of with a different artist?
I like to say Adam Bear has that style too,
Oh, okay.
right? So
It's like
it's like high
more-
energy, just like it's not so much as a journey set. It's pretty much a lot of techno sets are more of a journey with how they build up, but this is like more like bang, 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 like bangers. Now, what is it? You guys went to Creed, so it looks like, and we did Leanne earlier, so it looks like CZ is doing more and more of these events. We have Nico coming up, but
Nico's gonna be sick.
honestly, like CZ sound and lighting, great. Like I don't know, they upgraded it.
It's not bad, but it's just the one thing. It's so late at night. That's
So here,
that's the one thing that
Umek's
just
set
turns me
started
off.
at the reason why it worked. We left A-Rod. Umek's set started at 3 and ended at 6 a.m.
Yeah. That's
My
brutal.
goodness.
That's
So
brutal.
I didn't make it. I honestly tapped out at like 4:30. I'm just like, okay, I'm done. But like the set was pretty good for what I heard. It was pretty crowded. A lot of people did go for a set, so it's like it. But you still have that weird CZ vibe.
Yeah.
Anyone listening who's been to CZ know that there's just
It's
a
a lot of characters. in
yeah,
there.
a lot of characters. Very dingy, very dark. Yeah.
You just need to hang
Super
out with your
sketchy.
own group and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
So
Everything's dark in there. You can't see anybody, but everyone can see you.
yeah, like I think I think with
I guess so. I guess you can say that.
essentially that
yeah.
is the case. I think with most of us, because of how much we rave, I think we rather go to sleep than keep partying.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
yeah.
Always party next weekend.
But after hours and like I have nothing against after hours because one of the most legendary clubs in the world, Stereo, is after hours, and like the DJs love playing there. But all the sets will start at like 4 a.m.
It really depends on the DJ and like the artist who comes. Most of the time, it depends on the DJ. I'll go for sure. Like Creed's, I went, and yeah, that wasn't bad.
The one thing about Comfort Zone is that DJs know right when they walk in, it's an underground vibe. So they may play according to that, which is pretty good for certain sets, right? Like some DJs may like the underground vibe. They can try different things. So like
That's why Creed's worked out.
yeah, like exactly. The only thing is like we've talked about before. It's just the late start times.
Yeah,
It's kind of as I said,
yeah.
wasn't bad. Spencer Brown happened that night too. I know a couple people who went. His sets are more. Spencer Brown's a great DJ.
Do you know where it was?
It was at Coda.
Oh,
It was the one at Coda. So Spencer Brown's sets are really good in the sense of I've talked to him before, and
it's like Anjuna Deep, right?
he's Anjuna Beats, Anjuna Deep. He has like could be more like mellow vibes too. I forget he has his own label. I forget what it's called. There's another Divine Records, I think, is what it's called.
Yeah,
And I think that's what this tour was based on the. So he's a great DJ in terms of I've talked to him before, and he literally looks at the crowd and plays what he thinks the crowd will like.
Interesting.
In still just sticking to himself, but it's more of a journey set. Every set of his is a journey.
Just
And
like the Christoph does. Similar.
Christoph does the
Yeah,
same thing,
Christoph
which is
does
what
it,
we
yeah.
did Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it for Friday. But Saturday, myself and Yikiran went to
Oh yeah.
Christoph,
Yeah.
and
I wasn't
honestly-
supposed to go actually.
You weren't?
I decided not. A month before I was like, there's too many events in November. I gotta space myself out, right? And then as the date draw closer, I was like, what am I gonna do next week? Am
Actually-
I only just gonna do one event?
Actually, you know what? I was on the fence too about going to the event. I know people. So he did a Thursday set too.
Yeah, I did a Thursday set too.
The Thursday set was 5 hours from what I heard, and the Saturday set with daylight savings
It's 7 hours.
was like 7 hours. And
yeah. And I stayed most of it, and I was cracked out.
that was. But honestly, as in terms of a skilled DJ, honestly, he might be one of the best out there.
Yeah, I think so too. He did perform better this Saturday than he did last year when he came for like the 5 hour set or something like that. He also did something with the. It was around this time too, if I'm not mistaken. He had the daylight saving thing happening too.
Yeah,
So I think that was last year at the same time.
I don't. I can't recall that. I thought his set was at September last year, but it's a little hazy. But honestly, raving on daylight savings,
I would never do it again.
especially if you gain an hour, like especially one of those sets. I literally at like 3 o'clock or whenever time it was.
Yeah, it was 3.
I asked the security, what time is this ending? Please don't tell me he's playing an extra. Like I enjoyed the set, but at one point I'm just like I cannot stay any longer. I was
Yeah.
about ready to leave, and then they're like, "Oh, it's going to end at 4 o'clock after the, I think, prior to daylight saving. Like 4 o'clock is what it was ending." I'm like, "Oh, thank God," because then I stayed for the entire thing after.
Did you stay for the entire thing? I left like 30 minutes earlier.
When you left, it was only half an hour left.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people thought he was going to play an extra hour and a half because of daylight savings, but it didn't happen. They ended
ended at 4.
They ended at 4. So,
But he did play 7 hours, so
yeah, it was cracked. But it was good, honestly.
it was actually a very good set. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did you get tier 1 price?
I think I did.
I think I did.
I don't
I think I did,
remember,
yeah.
but I
Hey,
think I
Hey, for a
did.
tier 1 price, it's worth it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, resale was kind of nuts on. This is what also we talked about this.
The
This was
Thursday
one of
one
the. So Thursday, but once again, this is all the other one we talked about where the resale on this one was just dumb. People bought so quickly, and then they announced a Thursday show, and the Thursday show was apparently very empty.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like giving away tickets at that point, and that's the one thing about because he actually went. It's funny. He went from Toronto to Boston to Toronto again.
To do that.
Yeah, because we sold out so quickly. So to do another show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any announcements this week? I think we have a couple.
Yeah, we have the big one in Montreal that a lot of people don't really know about this one, Igloo Fest. So the thing is, it's a festival, but it's like over multiple weeks in Montreal,
And it's outdoor.
an outdoor.
It's an outdoor
It's
one. That's why. But it's kind of I've been once. It's interesting to rave at, but it's also very cool in terms of it's being very unique.
Is it like an open? Is it a tent with?
No, it's open.
So it's just it's like an empty field with the DJ playing at the front.
Yeah, it's at the port. Like they have a little port venue, and it's like a little open area.
Oh, it's also near the port.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
Oh.
freezing.
Well, it's freezing anyways. Like last
it's gonna be
year,
even more
or this
freezing.
year, I remember they had an Injuna Beach Day, and it was like -40.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
As I said, like, but the lineup
It's
is
not
like
even
really
covered.
good. The lineup is like really good. Like we're
Yeah.
looking at it over the weeks. I actually did buy tickets to one of the weekends, but like they got Rez playing, they got Armin playing, Stefan Bodson, Diplo. They even have alternative music like Marcel Riblet's playing.
Let's go through some of the headliners. Mark,
Riblet.
do you know?
Yeah, he's that guy. So he's more of a YouTuber, but he's gotten really famous for just DJing in his underwear,
Oh,
and he raps too.
How is he gonna DJ in underwear and
Oh,
Igloo
he'll
Fest?
do it. They have heaters for them.
Huh?
They have heaters for them. He'll do
Oh.
it. You'll like if someone posts videos, you'll see it. He'll do it.
Party
Interesting.
Boy 69.
Yeah, he was just in Coda. He was just at Coda.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
kind of like techno, right?
It's like
It's
more like
slow techno.
not techno. It's like upbeat techno, like funk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's funky.
Little funky.
Stefan Bonds.
Yeah. So that's by weekend. So like each weekend has usually 3. They have one on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think that's how they do it.
Oh, so this is sort of like Blues Fest.
Yes, in the sense,
Oh,
and they
okay.
do it for a couple weeks. So weekend one's Marcel Riblet, Rez, and NTO.
So you scroll down on that.
Weekend 2 is Stefan Bodson, Diplo, and Armin. So Armin's playing here, and then he's going to Montreal the next day.
Diplo, yeah. Chippy Nonstop, that's our local here. She's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cascade, I like Cascade.
yeah. So
Cascade's
the
always a good
weekend
one.
I'm going is the Eric Prids and Lane 8 one, because that's like to see Prids. That'll be interesting to see Prids. I've promised people I'm going to live stream building a snowman while watching Prids. We'll see how that works.
But he's not doing
I've
his
never
hollow
s-
set,
I've-
right?
He's not doing his hollow set.
I've never
He's
seen-
doing now. The only question is how long he's going to do a set for? Because I'm expecting a 3-hour Eric Prids set.
I don't know if you're going to get 3 hours.
I
but-
think you're gonna get 1 hour and a half tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, to go like from Toronto to go to for just like one event wouldn't make sense. But luckily we have Lane 8 and Sultan Shepherd the next day, which is like fantastic. And Embers.
That's trance, right?
That is like progressive.
Progressive techno.
Isn't,
Progressive like trance.
sort of
in a
like,
sense. Like deep house too.
House, yeah, sort of.
Lane 8?
No, Sultan and Shepherd.
Yeah. They're
That's house, right?
No. They're progressive. So like
Oh,
they're
okay.
like progressive deep house.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
it's
if I'm-
essentially trance.
So
This
if
is
I'm
really
reading
fancy.
this right, it says this never happened. Then Lane 8, Sultan and Shepherd. So it's like a 3 headliner.
Essentially, yeah.
Mm.
But Lane 8's the label.
Lane 8 is the label.
This never
I see.
happened. And because it's his label, I'm curious if they cover the camera. So if you didn't know, Lane 8, for some of his shows,
Right.
he wants you to live in the moment, which is fair. Like I know we've had the
They do a lot of that in Europe. So in the clubs, they actually don't let you use your phone. They'll give you a sticker, and you got
so stereo does that too.
yeah. They give you a sticker, and you got to stick it on your
Camera.
So you live in the moment, and you don't record anything.
Yeah, and once again, I think we can probably talk about this as a topic, but like record. I know we record. I record. I know Kieran records.
Mm-hmm.
I record. I actually rewatch my videos, so that I like posting some of them. But I also do appreciate events where you don't record and you just live in the moment. I find I can live in the moment both ways, but I do appreciate both aspects of it. I'm not going to say one's better than the other.
I kind of think, yeah, I like it. I kind of think more clubs should do it.
Because actually, on Christoph night, I don't think I recorded anything. I did record, but I didn't post anything because I'm like, you know what, just want to.
Yeah. I think if everyone's just living in the moment, it's just like less cameras, and like everyone gets to enjoy everyone's presence. Yeah, I think that's
I'm slowly starting to learn how to enjoy the moment more than recording.
Yeah.
Because like for me, recording is to get the best song of the whole set, right? Maybe his produced song, the DJ's produced song, or like something that turned up the crowd like very, very well. But I relive the moment when I watch it the next day.
yeah. It is also
Yeah.
like you relive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the way I do. So for anyone who follows me, I post my stories, and I usually do like caption of like the names and like what
Mhm.
the
IDs.
IDs.
Mhm.
I like doing that because one, one thing I'm trying to get better at is IDing songs because everyone kind of asks me. So I'm like trying to get better and like know songs and figure out ways to like if I don't know in the moment, maybe figure it out.
Right.
But at the same time, I also save those stories. So when I'm done, if I ever want to be like, oh, let me go back to that event.
Yeah.
I have a couple like it's like a summary.
That's
Yeah,
what
pretty
that's
much,
what I
yeah.
did last year at the end of the year. I kind of, or at the start of this year, I kind of, went back and started looking through all my events, the ones that I recorded. And you're just like, for example, I was looking at my black coffee recordings. I'm like, wow, that was such a great set. I
But how
enjoyed
did
it.
you do it? Did you go through each video?
Yeah, so I was just kind of going through my
So this is why,
photos.
like I said, I do it the way I do it, because then I just go to my story, which I save, and I
Oh.
just quickly go through each story, because I've already reviewed each video, and these are my favorite ones that I liked, and I posted it. So it really is handy for festivals when I do it for festivals, because it's like my recap, and I already recorded the best ones and posted them.
But I feel like when I do, so when you record it and then you put on stories.
No, so usually my method is, because Android's not really that great. So Android's not as good as iPhone for the way the software works for Instagram. So what I do is I record it using my camera and upload that file to Instagram when I want to post it.
I
I
do
don't
the
post it
same
right
too.
away. I
Yeah,
don't post
no,
it right
yeah,
away.
it's too like when you record it on the story of Instagram, it's just too slow and like
Yeah, because with Android,
yeah.
it doesn't actually use your camera. It takes a screen recording of the camera. We're talking about software stuff now.
Yeah.
How it works. But
They also record it in 24 FPS
Yes,
instead
yeah.
of 60. Yeah.
But yeah, the final week is The Blaze, Cascade, and Miss Monique, which is pretty good. Like, raving in the winter is not the same as one of our topics, right? Our main topic we're talking about.
Have you been to Igloo Fest?
I have once.
How was it?
It's a different vibe. Like, you're more there for, like, the sets are good.
Are
but
you
like,
bundled up completely?
you are, like, wearing layers.
Yeah, no, that's just
Because
just
it's
go
all about
snorkeling.
your. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You can wear a onesie if you want, but it's all about making yourself not freeze to death, depending on how cold it is.
Because like I feel even wearing winter clothes or even more clothing on top of whatever you are wearing right now, it gets heavy. So how are you gonna
And then
dance
you're
with
dancing.
that? Yeah.
I don't know.
You
It
gotta
just
train,
doesn't-
yo.
It doesn't sound.
You gotta
And
train.
then-
It's like putting weights on and then dancing using.
I just
guess
want to be
so.
loose, loose and everything.
As says, it's not for everyone, but I will say, as long as you don't absolutely hate the cold. I mean, we live in Toronto, right? So we deal with cold. So like you live here, you can still hate it, but like you don't fully despise it, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like every time we go, like we rave, we go into the club and we rave. So I've never experienced like, oh, I'm gonna be outside.
But you
in
do it
the
at
winter.
festivals every now and then. Some festivals
Cold?
Some festivals can be. Okay, so I've been Dream State, which can be kind of cold.
No, not me. I haven't. So I've only been to summer festival. I've never been to a
That's
winter
usually
or
the-
cold festival.
It's a different experience. You just have the thing is we can talk about it, but you just kind of have to experience it to like know if you like it or not. Once again, when I went to Igloo Fest, it was pretty fun. It's a different experience, right?
Well, me and Yikon were actually planning to go to Tomorrowland winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be similar to that.
It is similar to that in the sense of, well, the thing about Tomorrowland Winter is that like it is a skier experience. That you
Yeah,
can-
it's mostly a ski experience, and then the raves is like a bonus on top.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but they do have like hills that you can like ski to the what's it called, the stages, and just dance there. So
It's
I
kind of
guess
cool.
it's like a similar
Like if
thing.
for
Yeah.
anyone curious, they actually upload Tomorrowland Winter sets. Take a look at it because you'll see people skiing in the background.
Yeah.
While the sets are going on.
But the
Yeah.
main stage at night is like a big tent with like an opening in the back.
yeah, because those hills are closed at that point.
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah. It's only one stage for
Yeah.
Tomorrowland
Yeah.
Winter. That's only at night though.
But I don't hate that because everyone is forced to listen to like the same thing. Like you can't
Yeah.
go to different stages.
Yes,
like
yeah.
you can't go to one stage for 30 minutes and then go to a different stage for 30 minutes. I feel like it's kind of better just to have one stage that everyone can experience.
Exactly.
Because you're really living in the
You
moment.
know
Moment,
what?
yeah.
That seems to be a recent trend too, and we'll talk about the. We were going to mention EDC. We might as well mention it now. We're doing EDC is happening this week.
Yeah.
So I haven't experienced it myself, but I would actually love to go to these new resort ones where it's like an all-inclusive rave,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a vacation in the sense because I find there's only one stage. They only have one stage for the most part, or maybe they have two stages. I know
Actually, no. EDC had 8 stages.
They have a couple, but it's kind of cool where it's just like
It's all
a 24-hour party.
Yeah.
yeah, everyone. Yeah.
Go at your own pace, right? And once again, all food and all that. Like you can get the package where your food's covered.
No. So what it is you pay. What you pay for is you pay for the room. access to all stages, buffets that's all covered, basic drinks that's all covered. So it's basically an all inclusive.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty. Honestly, I haven't done it, but I actually really want to try one just to see how it is.
They have go karting, laser tag, and they have those two, but you got to pay to use those services.
But that sounds fun though.
Yeah, I know, that's what I
definitely
mean.
fun with your friends.
Yeah. I've heard good things like EDC. We're mentioning EDC because it's Insomniac.
It's not EDC, it's EDC
C.
on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
But
C spelled with SEA.
It's Insomniac's first attempt at doing it, and like there's other ones out there like what is it? Holy Ship was another one, and I think
no, that one's isn't that the battleship one?
it's called Holy Shipwreck now, but it used to be Holy Ship and Groove Cruise. Groove Cruise is the other one, and I've heard good things.
I've heard Holy Ship.
Yeah, but I've heard.
Is it cruise? It's a cruise.
It's a
ship?
cruise.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard great things about people who've done it. Like it's just a different experience. As something I think on the radar to try for sure. And also, there's also these all-inclusive ones popping up in.
Have you heard? You said you have friends that are going.
I know my friend from LA is going.
I know.
Have you heard any? What's it called? Any feedback from them?
Yeah, he's honestly saying it's one of the best experiences he's ever had.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
good.
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, my one buddy, he said that the DJs actually walk around the ship as well.
That too,
So you
yeah,
can
yeah,
actually
yeah.
go talk to them and say hi.
Because they're on the cruise ship.
they're also on
there.
They're all there too. And it's also fun because like you if you're feeling like dirty, you can actually go back to your dorm, rest a little bit, shower, and then come back out and
You don't
party
always
again.
have to be at a stage.
You
too.
don't always have to be
Yeah,
at
there's
the stage.
music apparently
yes.
24 hours, right? That, As I said, I think it's a cool experience that I think it's worth trying for people.
Yeah.
And it's not crazy expensive.
No,
For what you're
yeah,
getting,
yeah.
it's not crazy expensive. Because if you think about it this way, you have it's 4 nights,
It's 4 nights, yeah.
4 nights, 5 days, and you just all inclusive. You can eat any time of the day,
Yeah.
and I think the food is pretty good too. Did he say
Yeah.
anything about the food?
Yeah, the food, I mean, it's like...
It's like if you've ever been on a cruise, the food is usually pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like any resort too, where the food's
Yeah.
like pretty good for what it is.
Yeah.
Right. As I said, like definitely for those of you listening, definitely don't. I know we have all these festivals where you go there, but definitely take a look at some of these resort festivals because I've heard great things about them. All these ones in Cancun that are popping up, and also now these the ship ones. Heard good things. But yeah, the other we had one more announcement, more genre based, which was Ranj Trance Festival in Malta. So for those of you who don't know where Malta is, it is an island off of, I think it's still part of Italy.
Italy,
it
yeah,
is, yeah.
Italy.
It's an island off of Italy, and it's now apparently becoming the new hotspot like Ibiza, which means now prices are probably going to be crazy.
It's
Yeah.
the thing with this one is I think it's going to be really expensive, just because it's on an island. So you gotta fly to Italy for us. You gotta fly to Italy, and then go
Take
to
the ship.
Malta. Take the ship or whatever they have to go to the island, and I don't even know. Do you know if you get to stay on an island?
yeah,
There's
it's
hotels?
they have hotel packages.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's once again it's another like all inclusive package
Mm.
that you're already on the island and you do it. As I said, like I've noticed that there's Malta's becoming a hot spot, but now some of the big players in Europe are now starting to like Ranj, which is based out of UK, is now doing their first festival there.
The UK
So
is really
even
love
on their
their
posters they say "Welcome to the new home of trance in Europe." So like they're saying like this is now like the thing, and the lineup's pretty good for what I see. Right, you got some big names like Brian Kearney, Ali and Fila, Giuseppe Ottaviani. You got Ferry Corsten doing 2 sets. Paul Van Dyke, Maddox is there, Will Atkinson, John O'Callaghan, and the undercard is stacked as well for trance.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. Like I said, like it's
I know. Like I recognize most of the names on here
yeah,
on the lineup. It's a good trance fest.
yeah. It's just once again, there's
Is this
always
the first year?
yes, that's the thing. It's always the question of should you ever go on the first year, but like according to my buddy for EDC, it's pretty good. Right?
But the thing with
Mhm.
Insomniac is that they've been running festivals for
yeah,
for
you wouldn't
decades
expect
now,
them to
like-
pull an Izu.
yeah.
But
yeah.
well, actually, wait, I take that back. you wouldn't expect them to drop the ball, but at the same time, Izu's been running for years and they dropped the ball. So it could happen.
Yeah,
It could happen.
But I don't know. I have faith in Amsonia.
Yeah, like I think it's already set up where these places can run it. And I think more and more are just popping up. As I said, it's cool. It's cool.
Lange too.
Yeah, like I haven't seen stuff from him in a while. But as I said, it's kind of cool. Like as I said, we'll see the feedback. So this festival's in May, Thursday to Sunday. So it's a 4-day festival.
May 9th to 12th.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's 1 week before Extremia.
Yeah, and like 2 weeks before EDC.
Yeah, 2 weeks before
Yeah.
EDC.
Yeah, so yeah, it's at a weird time, but it works for the Europeans, right? It's when it's starting to get warm, right?
Go to Extremia.
So are we taking April and May off?
It looks like
my
it this time.
Dude.
My
Yeah, so I think that
goodness.
was all the announcements this week. So do we want to? Anything else we have to talk about?
I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
No,
So
precisely.
back to our Igloo Fest. This kind of ties into our main topic.
Our main topic is how to prepare for winter raves and how to make the best, enjoy it. So what do you guys usually do for winter raves? Like, how do you prepare for it?
So I think everyone has a different strategy. I have a more degen strategy too, where I won't coat check until it's actually snowing.
Same.
I feel like a lot of people in Toronto do that,
Yeah.
where like it's starting to get colder, but I refuse to coat check because it's not the price, guys. It's not the price. It's the fucking waiting in line to get your coat
Yeah,
after.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just do not want to deal with that.
Especially at Rebel. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, Rebel is fine depending on where you coat check. If you coat check it right when you enter Rebel, you're there for an hour after. Honestly, I tell people if you go to Rebel, okay, so we'll talk about Toronto specific. I think that's how we'll talk about it. So for Toronto specifically, a venue like Rebel, there's 2 places you want to coat check. Honestly, just coat check it outside. Just go to that tent outside if they have it set up. You've never seen that?
Oh,
So you know
never
the
seen this in my
patio
life.
area where Cabana is?
Yeah.
They usually set up coat check there.
Never seen this. in my life.
Interesting. That I did not know.
Never seen that?
I
know
always
there's one
okay.
upstairs. I know
yeah.
there's one upstairs.
I
Okay,
always-
That's the second spot. You go
Yeah,
upstairs,
upstairs.
but that one can be long too at times.
Sometimes it's closed too.
Because sometimes, okay, so when you go upstairs, there's 2 spots. If it's a big event, they'll set up where Noir is.
Yes.
And they'll set that up coat check.
Yeah.
And if not, they'll use that booth. If it's that little booth, you'll be there forever.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
it's the Noir one, it's not bad. But I'm telling people, just coat check it outside.
Interesting.
I don't know
but
why.
I never. Okay, I paid a price to go park at Rebel, so I can actually walk to Rebel with just my sweater on. And like my strategy to do winter raves is that I have this sweater. It's like it's nylon based. It's like kind of sports sweater, and everybody tells me like, I don't understand how you're still raving in a sweater on, but like I tell them to touch it and it's like dry.
So technically, I'm wearing a winter outfit. That's what I would call it for this. So like, honestly, you can wear like a fleece sweater like this and tie it around your waist
Yeah.
if you wanted. And then you can avoid coat check. But you bring up a good point about Rebel. So a lot of times we do that for the other clubs where we just leave our jacket in the car and run to the line
Pretty
and get
much.
in.
Yeah.
If you park at Rebel parking lot, you can do that.
Mhm.
Problem with Rebel is that parking lot's so expensive.
It is.
And if you don't do that, then you have to coat. Like the way I
Yeah.
do Rebel is I don't usually park at Rebel if I go alone because usually I drive from a different direction. I'll park like 15 minutes away, but there's no way in hell I'm not bringing my coat,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? If it's a couple degrees, like maybe 5 degrees, maybe I might do it.
But
But
yeah.
the moment it hits negative, nah, I'll coat check. That's why I don't really like going to Rebel in the winter.
Also history.
I've heard bad things about that coat check.
Yeah, no, that's a bad coat check.
So with history, I'd usually just leave it in my car and run.
Yeah, me too. I've heard people history lost jackets before.
Have they really?
I feel like all venues lose jackets at some point.
They do.
Some systems are good.
Yeah, some systems are good. Coda one's good.
The Coda one's good is because they remind you to go take a picture of the code that they gave you.
Yeah, but they also do the text messaging thing, which is pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Now they have this little device on like an iPad where you can just key
Yeah,
in.
that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
It's
what
really, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice. It's really nice. And they send you a text and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works for Americans though. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it works because it's still +1, your phone number.
Right, but you might be wrong. But American plans are better, but they might not be roaming, right? So it's like, I can't get.
Yeah,
the
but
text.
then the thing is that you receiving text is fine. When you send text is where they charge roaming.
True.
So so it totally works for both the Americans and the Canadians for that Coda device. But I do prefer raving in Coda for
I
winter
think
raves.
just Coda is just the best, man.
Even in Nomad too, like you just park your car and just run.
That too.
Yeah.
The code check at
Yeah.
Nomad's pretty bad from what I've seen.
But
with the whole rentals too.
And also the thing is that like try not to get, if let's say the headliner for a winter event is at 12 o'clock, don't try to arrive there 30 minutes before. I try to arrive there an hour earlier so that you can actually just run to the line and get in as fast as possible.
Coda, if you have a ticket, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, usually it's
it can
pretty
still
good.
make you wait though.
It's not like crazy.
It's not crazy, but you should still show up at least an hour.
Yeah.
Before the,
Yeah,
You should
I
always
have
try
a
to show
tent in front of Coda, which makes it like okay too.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Yeah, for the thing about Coda is that when you're lining up and if you're before the tent where the security checks you, it's cold as heck.
Yeah.
But once you get into the tent, it's fine.
because they have heaters there for
Yeah,
that. That's why.
yeah.
Exactly.
So, back to the like, what do you? So, winter. So let's think of the snowing. I think we touched upon like if it's like somewhat cold, what we do. Do you guys wear thermals or anything?
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
I essentially like whatever I wear in the summer, I also kind of wear it in the winter.
The same
So
here
it's
for
like,
clubbing. Yeah, I kind of do the same too.
Yeah.
Where I'll even go in a t-shirt.
The
Yeah.
only saving grace about snowing is that I wear somewhat a waterproof shoes. So like the Vesties that I own, they are kind of like waterproof, so it doesn't really affect the wetness inside the shoe. So my feet is always dry.
Well, I had one instance. This was way back. I think it was going to Rebel, and I did my 20-minute park. And it was like negative something. I did have my coat on me, but I was only wearing jeans and like low-cut socks. I think I got frostbite on my feet walking to the Rebel. And at that point, I'm like, it took my feet. Like my feet were like just destroyed.
Yeah. The thing with the Rebel is, it's so hard to
Get
there.
to and get out of it.
Yeah, it's so hard to get in to Rebel and leave without, especially if it's cold, without your jacket.
Yeah.
Especially getting there, like that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I think like I know for a guy perspective, we don't really change anything what we do.
No.
It'd be nice. I know Christine's not here, but it'd be interesting. What about? I guess we'll base it, but it'd be nice to have her opinion.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of the girls I know, they still try to wear.
They wear, what's something else, something nice.
Usually
go
they
out.
have to coat check. Usually they have
usually
to
have
coat
to
check.
coat check.
because usually they're wearing like maybe like a low cut top or something.
Yeah, maybe when she comes back, we can have a small discussion.
Yeah, to get her opinion on
yeah.
it. Because
But what I do notice about girls going raving in the winter is that their coats go beyond their knees.
that is true. They're more like dresses.
Yeah, they're more like dresses, the coats. So
Yeah.
like they do protect most of it, but they
have to coat check.
They have to coat check.
So literally, anytime we have a female in our group, I don't think I've ever seen one of our my female raving friends like actually leave a jacket in the car and run.
Do you ever like dash your jacket somewhere?
I've done it before.
Yeah, I've done it before, too.
But it depends on the venue.
Yeah, it depends.
So
on
I
the-
wouldn't really want to do it at Rebel
No,
unless someone has a booth.
Yes.
But like Coda, there's a couple
Coda,
spots.
there's a couple of spots.
It's risky.
It
In
is,
the
it
end,
is.
it's up to you. You can do it. It's up to you because sometimes they're not protected. So it really depends on if you care about. I know I have friends who have coats that they don't care about, so they do it.
Yeah. There's one girl that I know that brings her jacket in and leaves it by the speaker of Coda, at Coda, and because she smokes as well, she doesn't want to keep going back to the coat check line to get her jacket, so she'll leave it by the speaker, and every time she wants to smoke, she'll grab it and then go out, and then just come back.
Coda has a bunch of nooks and crannies where that works. But as I said, the Rebel, when I think of Rebel and Toy Box, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Unless you have a booth. Like, you have to kind of coat check.
you have to have a booth for it to be worth it to do that. Because-
uh,
McCormick, I've seen a friend dash it under like one of the benches.
McCormick's a little sketchy to do it, too. Because, like, the security even says it's your own risk. Like,
Yeah, obviously.
Like you could just shove it in a corner and be like, okay. But let's go in the complete open.
But you just make sure that if you bring a jacket that you're gonna dash somewhere, make sure you don't give a shit about the jacket.
that's
yeah.
essentially it. Make
They're
sure.
willing to lose it. Yes.
Once again,
you
it's not worth. If you don't care about the jacket, then go right ahead. But it's not worth losing a jacket that's like a couple $100
Yeah.
for $5 savings
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
and time.
And for a $30 event.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about? So I guess that's the strategy. I guess
The other strategy about code checking is that you can also grab your codes 30 minutes before the set ends.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You can also grab it like 45 to an hour. Like while I mostly notice that people, they start to get bored as the set is ending. But like for us, like I always know that in our experience, 30 minutes before the set ends is where it's the most.
Sometimes it's the best.
It's the best, yes.
Yeah.
So, but people, you can go grab your codes 30 minutes beforehand because I think that's the strategy that you don't want to wait in line after.
Or just plan to stay a little bit after for the headliner
Yeah.
or the
closer. Yeah.
And then the line's almost nothing. Or have a friend do it. You work as a team. I find that the whole coat thing is like a team effort sometimes too.
Yeah, it is.
Where one person will just go get everyone's coats if they can. But some venues do like the marking where you need to show your hand in order to get the coat.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit earlier. Winter raving
For summer.
versus summer.
So in terms of preference, I think everyone's going to say summer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's just standard. That's why all these
Yeah.
festivals are there.
Yeah.
And it comes back to what I talk about Igloo Fest. It's just a different experience.
I have yet to experience.
Yeah. But in terms of winter raving, like I guess if we're talking about clubs, it's for us. It's almost
How long is Igloo Fest usually? Like the
Couple
set
hours.
times, couple hours. It's not like
it's like an 8 to like 12 thing or something.
okay.
Like
So
that.
it's not like,
that long.
Yeah, it's not like summer where it's like.
Do you carry a
3 o'clock.
sling bag for your Igloo Fest the last time that you went?
I did not because I had so many pockets on my jacket. That it's just like whatever.
Did you? Is there also free water stations there?
I don't think so.
No free water.
I
Stations?
don't think so. I don't think you can do a hydration pack. I at least I didn't. I can't recall if I saw it.
And bars are usually the same.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, bars are the same.
Do you wear mittens?
I did. Like when
But
I
you
went,
had a
it was
base
like
layer
negative.
on?
It wasn't snowing. It was like -10. So it was a little chilly, and I didn't want to be like uncomfortable.
Is there a lot of room to dance?
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of room.
a lot of room.
Is it significantly less people that go to winter raves compared to
Yes,
summer?
It's yeah, because it's once again we've talked about it too. For a lot of people, it's like, yo, I don't think I could do -20
Yeah.
in their raving.
Yeah.
And if you're not prepared, you're screwed, right?
And yeah, because like once you go in there, if it's too cold in the first 20 minutes, you're leaving.
Yeah. Like you're
Yeah.
like, I'm at risk of getting like frostburn.
But yeah.
Yeah.
No ins and outs as
So
well.
like, if for me personally, like how I'm gonna prepare for Igloo Fest, I think I might do a onesie if the temperatures are okay. Like if the temperatures are okay, I might just bring my onesie. Where if it's like maybe like -1, a onesie is usually good. I'll do thermals inside, and then my backup would be literally like if it's like snowing and like all this stuff, it's gonna be my full on winter jacket that's -30 rated.
what year did you go?
I went 2018.
So would you wear like a nice jacket or still, just something?
No, I wear mine. I
You
wear
wear
the jacket I have is like really winter rated.
Oh, okay.
So I would wear that one. It has gloves built in on the inside too. So I have that. It has like even a face covering built in on the hood.
So it's like a tech winter jacket.
Yeah, it's like a tech winter jacket. I would wear that. Now the question would be, so I would also wear very nice, probably like joggers that are insulated, like the ones I'm wearing right
Would you
now.
wear
Like,
boots?
I would. So I don't really. That's one thing I need to
Don't
buy
own
for the
boots.
winter. I need to get proper winter boots, like proper, like maybe stylish winter boots.
Yeah, but those boots, they're heavy though.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. Do you
Yeah.
dance? No, you probably just sway in one spot for the most part.
So, okay, one funny thing I need to ask you is, does everyone look like penguins?
Yes. Depending on how cold it is, they're like layered up.
I see.
So and everyone's just kind of like swaying with dancing. As a different experience. The sets are still pretty good. And then if it comes down to like if it's really cold, then I'll wear even a thermal underneath my pants.
You know how there's like a cool down area at Summerfest?
They have a
They have a
warm-up.
warm-up,
Yeah, they do. VIP. I think VIP does.
Oh, so the normies don't get it.
I don't recall. I don't recall. I don't think so. Yeah.
So no heating. No, I guess no heating for.
yeah,
For,
I'm pretty sure they don't. Unless they changed it over the last couple of years.
do they sell hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they sell hot chocolate, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice, yeah. Like going on top of the Blue Mountain Hill and getting
Yeah.
apple cider.
Yeah.
That's
For skiing, yeah.
So yeah, I think summer is still the preferred for everyone. Winters, there's not that many winter raves, but I know a couple worldwide ones. I guess you can consider winter. Couple like during New Year's, like Countdown is considered like a winter one. People wear different clothing. There's one in they call like Snowtopia or something in Minneapolis, or like there's a couple out there. You just have to be prepared.
In New York, where's Countdown?
Countdown's in LA, so it's not like freezing, but it's actually like maybe 1 or 2 degrees. So it is cold. Like people are getting pretty creative with what they wear down there.
But we do get really good artists in the wintertime.
We
here
do.
Yeah,
They
in
book a
Toronto.
lot.
Yeah, I think that's what the strat is, to book the really good ones in the winter, so that it gives an incentive for people to go out, because in the summer people are going to go out for sure.
I think
Yeah.
that's why you get more festivals in the summer. And honestly, the club bookings in Toronto during the summer aren't that many.
No, they're not as good
Because
as the
the
winter
thing is,
ones.
people will be like, I'd rather just go to like a bar or hang out with friends outside,
Yeah.
enjoy the weather a bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas in the wintertime, everyone just wants to be a homebody.
Yeah, exactly. And that I think that's what they do for this strat. They just try to get the best they can in the winter, and just in the summer it's just kind of like relax, not like crazy. Don't like book the
Even
best
this
artists.
month, like November, just stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
only gonna
I
get more
find
stacked.
fall and spring are like the best times for like winter, dead of winter, like December, other than like the holidays. But January is usually not that crazy.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, usually the beginning's not that crazy. But other than right now the only big one is Armin being announced at the end of January.
For
Right.
January.
Okay, I take
Yeah.
that back because I'm looking at February now. It's stacked.
Yeah, February
much-
is stacked.
Yeah, if
But
once you open up your
our winters are
calendar-
long. Like
But
we have
here's the thing though, like here in Toronto is always like this for us ravers, right? For us, we buy tickets for the next 3 months, and then after that, the end of the third month comes in, and then it's the tickets for the next 3 months, and it just goes on
Yeah,
and
it's
on
a
and on.
never-endless
Yeah, it's
cycle.
endless cycle.
yeah. Parking. We talked a bit about that.
What do you think? Coach check prices are fair?
I mean,
$3
as
to
long as it's not more than
$5.
$5,
Yeah,
it's
not
fine.
more than $5. You're fine. I
The
think-
one thing is that the strategy, and I get it, is they always make it $4.
and then they tip you.
Yeah.
Then you
so
make
then
your
what happens?
tip- yeah, you make your tip $5.
But you know what? You can't complain about that. That's
No.
that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You price it so that it's
Just-
$1 less, and then so that they give you $1 back, and you're like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just give you
Just
the
tip
dollar.
it. Yeah. Or they do it $3. So if you pay,
You get a toonie.
then-
Yeah.
That's also the strategy. Yes.
That's why I have a magnetic wallet where I just thank you for the 2. Boop, put it right on my magnet.
Yeah, just nothing over $5, and I won't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even for water too, if it is not more than $5, I wouldn't complain. But
It's starting to get above
yeah,
$5 now.
It's more than $5 now.
Yeah. Might as well get a
We do
drink at
Rebel
that
water
point,
math.
Yeah.
Man, this ticket costs 6 Rebel waters. What the hell?
Pretty much.
It's so bad.
And now, I hate it when they do this. Like they don't give you the Dasani like full size 500 milliliter water. They give you the
little-
flow
That-
or
300.
no, that
the
one's
the
a- that's a-
Fiji
now they
ones.
give me Fiji water.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I'm paying for Fiji. I
You
just want water.
yeah.
Just give me water. I don't
That
want
one's
Fiji
at
water.
Nomad. They don't give you the full bottle of water.
Yeah.
They give you like the
The
three-
Oh, the
Fiji,
little
yeah.
ones.
I'm
yeah.
like, bro. And the worst part is it's not even cold. They
Yeah.
give you warm water. I'm like, bro.
And I also don't like it when they don't refill your water. Like, bro.
Yeah, well, they make you do it. You just go to the
Yeah.
bathroom, which is fine. I'm
nah,
fine with
I
that.
don't. I won't fill the bathroom.
Alright,
well,
I'm gonna fill out.
If I need water, I need water.
Again,
If I need water, I need water. That Coda tap has saved me on a few occasions.
No,
I
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know
you
if I
tell
would
me
do
you
that.
buy water every time instead of
Yeah,
refilling
yeah.
a Coda?
I would do that.
I will only buy once. That's the thing because like I would.
Okay, but
I
you
would-
won't refill it?
I wouldn't. If I ever have to refill Coda water, I will buy another new one.
Oh, wow.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay, I'm not that stingy.
No,
Yeah.
it's not just stingy part. It's just
It's just the conscious, you know.
Bro,
Yeah,
you need water.
I know you need water. Yeah,
fresh
just buy
water.
a new one.
I don't
get
want
it.
water from their pipes, bro. I don't know when the last time they replaced those.
I don't know. I don't know if you've seen how Coda bathroom operates, dude.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore because I don't want to talk. Can we end this? I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I'm just saying, like, it's just better to buy a new water bottle.
Yeah.
Like if I my strategy right now is trying to know the bartenders so that hopefully they can.
Well, you have to tip
do
them.
it. Yeah.
Always tip your bartenders, guys.
Yeah. Always tip them.
They'll remember if you tip them well, and they'll help you out when you need.
Yeah.
Especially if you go regularly.
Yeah, especially if you're a regular and you make for it, like just get that one bartender on your side.
Yeah, and then they will help you. Yes. So now I'm trying to get in the good grace of a bartender so that I can like get somewhat free water.
Yeah, that's
Get
good.
them to refill it. For you.
Yeah, I'll refill it for me. Especially if they can refill it for me.
Go to the bathroom and then they come back.
Nah. I'm gonna after you tell me that, I'm gonna look at the bathroom differently now.
Oh my god,
I know people at McCormick
this was a terrible
do that.
topic.
Yeah.
This was a terrible
I
topic.
know McCormick do that. People
No,
go to
McCormick. Okay, yeah.
I've seen people like get water bottles and go like once you're done it, they go into the bathroom and they fill it. I'm like,
I do it at the. I've done it at the sink.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
bro,
no.
but
What's wrong, guys? You need water. I'm not gonna pay.
I know. Okay, I would trust my kitchen tap, but not even my own house's
You
bathroom
won't touch
tap.
the bathroom tap.
Yeah.
Same pipes,
No,
yo.
it's
I know it's the
That's
same
the same.
pipes. It's just the conscious of it, you know.
nah, it's everything in its whole. I don't. If it's not filtered, I don't know. I'll pass. So.
Well, that's everyone's different opinion on water, which now we're all questioning.
But
So yeah,
hey,
I don't know
okay,
if there's
anyway, it's your opinion.
okay.
Get your own water. If you feel comfortable drinking tap water, do it. But like I just
Make sure you're hydrated is the main
make
thing.
sure you're hydrated at all times because winter raves you need to be hydrated.
It could
sweat
be an
a lot.
illusion. Yeah, it could be an
Yeah.
illusion that you're not like you're hydrated, but it's because you're cold.
Yeah, it's because you're cold now.
Yeah. So
But you
make
do
sure.
when your lips starts to get chapped. Please
Bring
drink water.
chapstick. Yes, bring
Yeah, chapstick
Yeah.
too.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
allowed,
Bring-
but bring chapstick.
Drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything else for winter raving? You guys
I
wanna-
think that's about it.
Yeah.
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 Summer raving's better. That's
Summer
really-
raving
yeah.
is a lot better, but we do get a lot of artists in the winter, and I think people say that summer raves are different, but I think winter raves slaps differently, in its own good way.
I think when you're at the set, once the set starts,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like cool. But then you're like, oh shit, it's cold. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
deal with
pretty
this.
much. But I've never like for me, even though if I code checked my jacket, when I walk out of Coda or Nomad, I never needed to wear it.
Yeah, no, when you walk out, you never need it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
usually your body's already warm enough where
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I feel fine. I can walk to my car.
Yeah, you're not just drinking alcohol in the parking lot.
The main thing is just don't get
sick.
sick either. Know your
Yeah.
body. Know your body. Everyone's different.
Take care of
right?
yourself. Yes.
Because some people get sick so easily because of the cold.
Yeah, and like a lot of different people's strategy is to drink. So drink at a parking lot. Make sure
warms you up. Warms you up.
it warms you up, gives you that alcohol cloak to stay warm. Here's for the people who are driving and doing this. Make sure when you want to pre in the parking lot, do not sit in the driver's seat.
Yes.
Leave the driver's seat empty and go drink in the back seat with your friends.
Yes.
Or drink outside the car.
Be careful. I know a lot of people do it. Just be careful because that is considered, if the keys are nearby, technically you could be considered charged. You could get
Yes.
charged for that. So be
Yeah.
careful.
We're not promoting it, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not promoting it.
But we're just giving you.
The friendly advice.
Yeah.
I just straight up. I don't
Unprofessional
really.
advice.
I just straight up run to the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We sprint.
I think that's about everything.
Yeah.
We can go through it a little bit. So for winter raves, coat check if you need to. If you don't care about the jacket, dash it somewhere. You can dash it somewhere. Bring chapstick. Drink water.
Know the venue and the coat check areas, like how
Yeah.
we talk about for Rebel.
Mhm.
Once again, listen to your body. And everyone's body thing is different, right? In terms of how much cold you can take. And so, like, we're not saying to, like, once again, if you know you can take negative something, not coat check, go right ahead. But don't expect your friend to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
If you're Ubering, coat check. If you're driving, you can leave it in your car.
If the set ends, like picking up strategy for
Yeah.
coats, get it early, work as a team with friends, try to pick everyone's coat up at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stay after for the locals, support locals, and wait for the line to die down.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Also, I guess vaping would help too. Vaping kind of
I don't know about that.
Nah, it doesn't.
I guess it's more calms you down and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It calms you down, but it doesn't
Keep you warm?
keep you warm. Yeah.
What if
No.
you blow smoke in someone's face? Is that
I don't know if that works.
What if
But
it smells
cigarette-
nice?
Yeah, but cigarette does help.
yeah,
cigarette does help.
Yeah,
Vaping
yeah.
does not.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't promote cigarettes.
I don't promote it too. But
Yeah, me neither.
All right.
All right,
Well,
thanks,
that's
everyone.
everything for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll try to put something in the description and below. If you have any feedbacks, you can let us know. And thanks for. Yeah,
do you
thanks
know?
for
Do you know
tuning-
what next week's topic is?
I think we're gonna next week topic. I think we're gonna talk about
Trends.
trends.
Yeah, a
Like,
little
you
bit
know,
more
trends
trends.
we see that we predict for next year.
Hmm.
A speculation type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be an interesting topic.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for
Tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
See you.